Hello, my name is Jeffery Gilchrist, and I am running for your 2014-2015 president of the SPSBE chapter. I am currently on the board as your Assembly Member 1, and I wish to move up to president because I'm very qualified due to the fact that I have over a 2.5 GPA. I'm currently enrolled at SPSU, and that I have prior experience with my board position this year. You should elect me because pretty much with my experience on this board, I've seen all the mistakes that we've made, and I plan on learning from those mistakes in order to make a smoother transition and be more impactful, to have SPSBE more impactful on this campus next year. I want to hold this position because I previously attended 2 national conventions and 2 fall regional conventions, and from seeing the impact that NSBE has on the Black community there, I feel that I have more to give to this society. Pretty much my goals for the year are to reestablish the reputation of SPSBE on Southern Poly campus. I want to make sure that any events that we plan during the summer actually goes according to plan. They're done on time. There's no delay in action or anything. And I want to make sure that we pretty much run smoothly. Like there's going to be conflict, but I'm pretty much the face. I'm going to try to solve as many conflicts as possible as they arise. And I plan on achieving these goals by speaking to our NSBE advisors, which is Dr. Patterson on this campus. I plan on speaking to previous past presidents that I have contact with, and I plan on being heavily contacted with which will be our president emeritus next year, Kyle Phillips. Any questions into their strengths and weaknesses? And then, based on that understanding and gaining their respect, they'll eventually listen to you. Yes.
With the new board, just like past board, you're going to be dealing with a lot of personalities, and some personalities you're going to clash with, and some personalities you're going to be parallel with. So how would you be able to, I guess, manage with different personalities?
Basically, from that, I will learn from the example that our current president, Kyle has on set. Pretty much he's professional at all times, but after board meetings, he's casual. You can approach him. And even though we should be able to approach him during board meetings, we kind of don't because we see him as too authoritative. But he has to be there because he's a leader. And pretty much the main problem with our board is that we let emotions run everything. We pretty much got too emotional, and that's why we had that many problems on the board. So I just have to get my emotions out of it and be as business professional as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Earlier you said you wouldn't be a manager that sends out his employees to do the work.
No, I said I'm not going to be a manager.
You're not going to be a manager, yes. Okay. So how you differentiate between a manager and a leader?
As I said before, a manager is one who sits behind his desk and sends his employees to do everything for him while he just reaps the benefits.
Okay.
By me being a servant leader, I'm going to be in front of the pack. Similar to like a military leader, similar like George Washington. He pretty much went out with the troop. He led the troop. If someone was getting shot, he was getting shot first. So I'm going to be the head of that pack. And then if something goes wrong, okay, I'll take the shot. It was my fault. Okay. But a manager, he can say, oh, I wasn't out there. I wasn't there to supervise them. It was their fault because they didn't do it right as my instructions did. I'm not going to be that manager. Yes.
I think that as the president, you have to pick and choose which time is best to be the leader, the servant leader that you say, and the manager, because of the workload that comes with being president, as well as your schoolwork, and if you have a job or anything like that. So, do you know when to make that adjustment to say that I trust these guys to do this, or Is it something that you're thinking that you have to build upon?
I believe that in the beginning, since it will be a new board, I will have to be more, I won't be able to manage as much. If anything, I'll be able to manage the time. When giving out certain tasks and delegating them, then I'll have to be with them to make sure that they're getting everything right. But once I see as the year progresses that they're getting the hang of it, I can just delegate it, and then I can trust that they are going to do what they have to do. Yes.
How would you manage on keeping the chemistry within the board in good condition?
Based off of last year, we started off very strong with communication, but as school began, it kind of fell off, and as we kept being told by our old presidents and kind of every meeting, communication was the issue. So as long as I can keep that bridge of communication open and make sure we're all connected, like every week or so just send a text to say how everyone's doing, then we shouldn't have any problems there. Communication is just our main issue.
I don't have any problems with Jeff and communication. Yeah,
you don't have problems with me because we talk, right?
I mean, you talk to everybody.
Yeah, I talk to everybody.
I don't think you'll have any problems with communication.
Yes, but the thing is, we never got a lot done because pretty much the only time we talked about this was on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we didn't talk about anything. Thursday, we came in, did a simple PowerPoint, the same PowerPoint over and over and over again. Membership got bored with that. We looked like we didn't like each other. And then come Sunday, the next Sunday, we get there late, and it's like nobody knew. No one would communicate. If someone said, the main time someone communicated would be on group meeting, and they're saying, oh, I can't make it to the meeting. Then it would be a chain effect of people not being able to make it to the meeting. So communication was an issue overall on the board, not just between meeting people. Yeah.
How would you screen the learning curve of those who are taking a new position or are new to the board and have a positive effect on the membership?
Shrinking the learning curve. I believe right now we have a plan with our transition reports. We're having an overextended transition report with our advisory board at the exact same time. So that can be a key factor into lessening that learning curve. As far as keeping the chemistry on the board, right?
No, I mean, because you lessen the learning curve for the new members or those in new positions, how will you positively impact the membership?
I believe that since the learning curve will be lessened and that we will know our duties and how to get along together, then it will look like we're having fun. So that means if the board's having fun, members are going to want to keep coming and they're going to have fun as well. So that could boost our membership.
How will you diversify the information that you give to the membership? Because as you said, you pointed out that the PowerPoint does get dull and at a point. So how will you diversify that?
So this is what I'm thinking. We have 2 general body meetings a month. The first meeting can be what we're doing for that month, how you can get involved in all that stuff. The second meeting, half of that can be a brief summary of what we went over the first meeting, and then the second half, we could probably bring in like a professional or some, like Shaw Industries, for example. That was our biggest turnout for the general body meeting because I've noticed many people for this organization come for internship, scholarship, and co-op opportunities. But also we could have the Career Counseling Center come in and give us like a business etiquette or business dress presentation. So that way, when we go off to conferences, they'll already know, oh, this is what I need, this is how to do it. We can even have a resume critique, like getting a board of professionals just to critique our members' resume right at one of our general body meetings. So that amount of variety will keep the general body more active throughout the year. Yeah.
What is the NSBE mission and what does it mean to you?
The SPS's mission is to increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community. Okay, and what that means to me is basically we have to get. Wait.
I said basically.
Oh, basically, what it means is that we have to get more African Americans to be more enthusiastic about the STEM fields. While getting them into college majoring in the STEM field, we have to make sure that they pass. So that's the academic part. The professional side of that would be to make sure that we get them to go to the career fair, to get them exposure to different recruiters, and to make sure they get jobs. And going back to the community part, we have to give back as NSBE. NSBE does a lot for us. For me, it's pretty much kept me in the engineering field. So I'm grateful for that. And I just want to give back. So that's exactly what it means to me.
So how would you deal with a person on the board that's not doing their job?
At first, I would question them about it, see what's going on. Maybe they have certain things going on. They can't do everything at once. And if that's the case, then I would stress to them, at least get a committee started. So that way, if you can't do everything, you at least have a committee of 3 to 4 people that can make up your job for you while you're off doing your own thing. But if that continues and they're not doing their job, then we'd have to impeach them and replace them.
What if you don't have anybody to replace them with?
Time for time.